Vandерпул is from Canada, and he's a good fighter. He's got good skills, good defense, good puncher. Hasn't really been in with a lot of top-notch opponents, so he'll be tested here tonight by one of the best middleweights around, Bernnard Hopkins.
Vandерpul's won 23 fights in a row coming into this one tonight with Hopkins. So, but he fights mainly at 168. He got down to take the challenge to fight for the middleweight crown.
Do you think the fact that Vandерpul is a southpaw will pose a problem for Hopkins, although Hopkins is very versatile?
Might give him some problems for a little while. It still takes you a while to adjust as we take a look at the tail of the tape. Hopkins, as we said, 35 to 27 by Vandерpul. He's got a 1.83 meters reach to 187 for Vandерpul, 71.9 kilograms to 72.5 in the weight, 185 centimeters to 191 centimeters. The reach goes to Vandерpul.
Then we'll see if he uses those advantages.
In the rules, there's no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. Only the ref can stop the fight. The fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. And in case of an accidental foul, we go to the card after the 4th round. Vandерpul comes into the ring with Diana Ross. I'm coming.
Sig the Jewel Vandерpul.
Good opportunity for him.
He's only lost 1 time.
Stopped in the 5th round by Terry Shea back in May of '93. His only loss.
And that loss, 93. 93. Yeah, that's what I thought. That was his first year as a pro boxer. And he last fought this past January.
Wonder why they don't want to get in their corner, because that's not their corner. They're supposed to be in the blue corner, and they're in the neutral white corner.
Southpaw fighter. Wow, look at this. The Executioner.
One of the best nicknames in the business.
Bernnard, the Executioner, Hopkins. That is rather daunting.
Well, I'd fight him if he keep the hood on, but once he takes it off, no game. And they got smoke and mirrors back there. Well, they're cooking something, one or the other.
As I say, that's awesome.
This is like one of the better entrances. The best middleweight in the world, I guess that's the best way to put it.
He's a tremendous fighter. And he's been campaigning to fight Roy Jones Jr. And Roy Jones Jr. has been campaigning to fight as a heavyweight.
I don't think they're going to meet up again unless Bernard's going to put on a lot of weight. I always wondered, when you walk into the ring with one of these hatchets, do they give you a credential? I mean, do you get a seat? You bring your own hatchet in? I just want to know these things. I'm a journalist in me.
I didn't know you were allowed to bring any weapons in here.
I didn't know either.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Conseco Fieldhouse right here in Indianapolis, Indiana. M&M Sports, Murad Mohammed, promoter in association with Square Ring. Caesars, Indiana, Jordan Brand and Pacers Sports and Entertainment present HBO World Championship Boxing. All the bouts tonight are sanctioned by the Indiana Boxing Commission Chairman William Kelsey. For this first bout, the 3 judges assigned at ringside, scoring on the 10-point must system, will be Harry Davis, George Hill, and Fred Jones. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Bill Page. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF Middleweight Championship of the World. the blue corner, wearing white and weighing in at 159.5 pounds. His professional record, 29 bouts, 28 victories, including 18 knockouts with only one loss. Ladies and gentlemen, from Kitchener, Ontario, Canada, here is the IBF number 3 ranked middleweight challenger in the world, Sid the Jewel Vandерпул. And across the ring, in the red corner, wearing black, trimmed with gold and weighing 158.5 pounds. As a professional, he has an outstanding record of 36 victories, including 27 knockouts, with only 2 losses and 1 draw. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, making his 11th title defense, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning and defending IBF middleweight champion of the world, Bernard Palaч Hopkins.
Good luck, guys. This should be a good one.
This is a co-feature of the evening. Middleweight title on the line. Sid Vandерпул getting his first shot at a world title against one of the best middleweights in the world, Bernard Hopkins. Vandерпул is good skills, good puncher.
Got to watch out for the power of Hopkins, though.
Vandерпул in the white trunks, Hopkins in the black trunks.
Vandерпул going right after Hopkins.
Vandерpul's a southpaw, shooting the jab. He got in a good left to the body.
He's pounding away.
He's going after him. I guess that's his strategy. You're fighting the best. You got to take it to him. Slip the right hand in there.
No feeling out for Vandерpul so far. Hopkins has a very good left jab, but hasn't shown it yet.
Hopkins from Philadelphia, sometimes called the capital of boxing. There's an exchange.
Both guys just winging right now.
You can hear the leather slapping on that exchange.
Both guys just trying to figure each other. I think Hopkins more trying to figure it right now. Vandерpul just going to throw as soon as he gets in there.
Bernard Hopkins is known as a very accurate puncher. Makes all his punches count.
Very tactical fighter, very smart fighter.
And he's been around for a while.
And some good ones. Hopkins hitting and holding. Look at Vandерpul's body, very elusive. He's trying to land that big shot.
On the back of his trunks he has powerline.com. Must be his website.
Something like that. Still no jab yet from Hopkins. He's got a good jab.
Now Hopkins is taking his time here. He wants to see what Vandерpul is going to give him.
Hopkins position. Hopkins tried to take advantage of it.
Vandepul showing some wildness here in the first round. Hopkins, the veteran. Final seconds, round one. A couple of exchanges early in this round. That's got it.
Just don't wait for him to charge. Let him see the left hand moving. I want to see something. I want to see your hands move. I want to see your jab move. Let him see that jab. All right? Keep your hands up high. Don't run this tall. Okay?
Sit down on the 3-4. Sit down on the 3-4. You understand me? All right? Yeah. Looking good, baby. Looking good, baby. No strings wrong, man. Now you might talk to back on that. Come on, man. All right, listen. Shoot that jab straight, okay? Shoot that left hand straight off of it. All right, straight as an arrow, right? He backs into the rope, sit down. Drop the 3-4 on it. Drop it on it.
Seconds out.
Feeling out round for Hopkins and an active round for Vandepul in the first round.
And is round two scheduled for 12. Middleweight championship. The champion is the man in the black trunks, Bernard Hopkins. Vandepul comes out with a fly, and it's Hopkins.
Hopkins said enough it is.
Well, Vanderpool's a little theatrical there. You shouldn't kid around too much.
No.
With a guy like Hopkins.
I don't think Vanderpool's that concerned just yet.
Well, he's showing a lot of confidence. Hopkins is the wily veteran. He'll wait for Vandepul to get a little wild.
Hopkins has to pick up the pace a little bit because Vandepul in his awkward style is just kind of in a rhythm, just waiting and then jumping inside and banging away.
Don't you believe, Tony, that Hopkins is taking a couple of rounds to check out that southpaw style?
I think so. I think he wants to see, give the young man a couple of rounds, see what he's got, and then he'll pick up his pace.
Usually a mark of a smart fighter. Let it go. If you're in with somebody you haven't seen, and you have time, and you're going to be patient about it.
The original opponent for Hopkins was supposed to be Brian Barbosa, but he got cut in his last fight. So they brought in Vandepul. So far, he's doing all right.
Well, the word on Vandepul out of Canada is that he's a good puncher. He's tough. He just hasn't been in with a lot of well-known fighters. Hasn't been in against, this is by far the toughest competition he has seen. Quick right hand from Hopkins. Hopkins is picking his spots right now. He almost walked into a left hand.
Almost.
Break.
10 seconds remaining in round two. It's not been what you would call an exciting event so far.
Not yet.
But it's early. And Hopkins landed a right. Round three underway. And coming out jabbing is Vandepul.
Hopkins started to pick it up late in the first round. A lot of grease on Hopkins' face.
There's a left. It sounded loud, but it was partially blocked by Hopkins.
That's a good point you made. It sounded loud. I mean, You see now that Vandерпул is probably back at 168, probably full-blown super middleweight. And Hopkins, doesn't put much weight on. He's probably a couple pounds over 160.
And he ducks a punch. Ducks another one.
Vandерpul's getting a little sloppy when he comes in now.
He's a bit wild.
A veteran can take advantage of that. Just wait for you to come in.
And the crowd is starting to boo. It's a tough crowd.
They want to see action. This isn't anything to boo, but they just,
Well, they want to see Bernard Hopkins open up, and he's feeling his way along here. It's up against an awkward southpaw. Looking for an opportunity to counter.
Nice little right hand by Hopkins.
Vandерpul fighting in spurts. There's a right hand to Vanderpool's midsection.
Hopkins starting to find the range, I think.
It's also quite normal in boxing never to have seen your opponent. If you ask a fighter, have you looked at films or tape of your opposition? Unlike other sports where you study tapes.
I think Hopkins has done all the studying he needs to do in the first couple of rounds.
Left hand from Vandерpul. They wrestle themselves to the floor. Hopkins upset as Vandерpul roughhousing.
I ain't gonna get him mad.
And he's speaking to Billy Page, the referee, about it.
No relation, I might add.
Yeah, Hopkins a bit mad.
I want to get Philadelphia fighters too upset.
Counter right hand to Vanderpool's midsection. 10 seconds remaining here in round 3. That got Hopkins a bit upset getting wrestled to the canvas.
Come on, I want to see that left hand move. Doesn't have to land. Watch your hands, guys. Watch your hands. Close your eyes a little bit, son. Close your eyes. I want to see that hand move. Watch that eye right there. Don't worry about it.
See, he's getting shook up now, okay? I want that straight left hand. Boom, boom, boom. Right down the pike on him. Right down the pike. He's getting shook up, okay? Championship, okay? Championship, 4 rounds. He's getting shook up, son, okay?
There you see Vandерpul trying to get. He tried to protect himself and grabbed Hopkins, and they both went down.
Here's Hopkins protesting.
I think Hopkins is starting to turn the corner to slow down Vandерpul.
Round 4, scheduled for 12. For Bernard Hopkins' middleweight title. His 11th defense.
Hopkins up top, Vandерpul down the body.
Mostly, it's a short right chopping hook from Vandерpul. Glanced off Hopkins' jaw. Vanderpool's a physical guy.
He is. He should be trying to push Hopkins around, but Hopkins is the one pressing the action right now. Remember the first couple of rounds he was walking around, backing up, seeing what the guy had. Now he's going after him.
Slams a right hand against Vanderpool's head.
I'd like to see Hopkins go to the body, because I think that's where he's going to chop down Vandерpul.
Vanderpool's the bigger fellow. I'd like to see a little more movement out of Hopkins too. A bit more movement. I think that
Head
would
movement or foot movement?
foot movement, because I think that would throw Vanderpool off, because Vanderpool's fighting in spurts.
Yeah.
And you get him off balance, I think he could then be in trouble.
My break, guys, my break. Come on out. Come on out.
Because he's not real graceful.
No. Little side-to-side, little angles.
It's true. I think you have to come in a fighter like Vanderpool from angles rather than straight in his face.
While he's trying to adjust to you, you pop him and you move again and he can't get you.
Well, again, the crowd is growing restless.
It's good action. They just want to see more.
Hopkins has picked up slowly.
Yeah.
Picked up the momentum.
I think it's because Vanderpool, he's slowing down a little bit. It's early in the fight. He was going all at him early.
Hopkins dropping that left arm. It seems to be the style of a lot of fighters.
Nice short inside work by Hopkins, trying to go to the body.
And he's making Vanderpool miss.
Yes.
Round 4 action. As we come down to Vanderpool walked into a left hand. That's the end of round 4.
When your first name is Armor, it's clean and shot.
Round 5 coming your way.
Got it even, 38-38. Gave Vanderpool the first 2 rounds, gave Hopkins the last 2.
Don't turf, he's good. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, guys. Come on.
Vanderpool he's not a graceful fighter, and as we talked moments ago, Hopkins has to get him off balance more by moving.
I think he's doing that. He's coming more forward more. Yeah.
Good right hand.
He's in and out, side to side. He's picking up the pace. Get off the ropes. Vanderpool should just be bullying him and punching to the body and trying to chop him down, but
Hopkins just landed a good right to the midsection. I think Vanderpool is now trying whatever he thinks might work.
kind of early to be throwing out game plan A, but if it ain't working, I guess you got to.
Hopkins, little by little, taking the fight over.
Yeah. Nice punches inside by Hopkins. Right hand.
Sneak that right in, right to the midsection. And those body shots are going to force Vanderpool to drop his defense.
Vanderpool's starting to go backwards. I mean, now he's coming forward, but for a second, he's maybe he's a little unsure of himself.
Well, yeah, I think Hopkins is starting to adjust.
And show why he's the best middleweight. I mean, it's nice to have talent, but you have to be able to adjust. I mean, as you said, you see different styles. You can fight a southpaw a little different than an orthodox fighter. And he took a couple of rounds off just to learn his style.
Vanderpool's awkward and strong. Well, he bounces some punches off Hopkins' shoulders.
Hopkins is timing his rushes inside that he's smothering Vanderpool. Catching his punches on his arms and on the side of his body.
What is easy to miss is that Hopkins comes in and lands a good shot to the midsection, and then you get a flurry from Vanderpool. And you almost don't see a body shot that Hopkins threw.
Right. Hopkins having fun in there now.
Final seconds, around 5.
He got a good shot on.
Hopkins taking over here.
Vanderpool into the ropes.
Get close. Just don't get careless. Just don't get careless, all right? Okay. Give me a little more force with the left hand. I want to see a little more force with the left hand. Don't
see Vandepul gets caught by a left by Hopkins. Out of bounds. Doesn't have very good footwork, though Hopkins kind of helped him along, but not very smooth on his feet.
Round 6. The halfway point. Bernard Hopkins in the dark black trunks, known pound for pound as one of the best fighters in the world.
At the end of that last round, you can see him just smiling and pumping his fist. So he's getting close.
Well, his corner told him don't get careless because he started to get a little overconfident there near the end of the round.
Yeah.
And I noticed the look on Vanderpool's face. He was had that doubtful look on his face.
Not as confident as he was before the bell rang to start the fight.
True.
Nice little right on the break. Another thing Hopkins does, he wears you down.
And he's allowing Vanderpool to spend himself and count.
Hopkins known as the executioner, right? To me, he just wears you down. Does the right things tactically well. Doesn't mind taking you out late. If he sees an opportunity early, he'll go for it. But he prepares himself to go a long way.
Inaccurate. You're not going to see. You're not going to see him throw any wild punches
like that one.
There's a couple of body shots from Vanderpool.
That's Vanderpool's fight, to stay on top of Hopkins.
Well, hey, you ought to cut the ring off.
Yeah.
Keep him in the corner. He's got the power to do that.
That's the takedown, right?
But he's not graceful. Hopkins just sliding around the ring. Smooth fighter. Sticks a right hand in, moves out, comes back, slams the left. Vanderpool's midsection. That's what Vanderpool's corner wants him to do, is to jab him. There's a counter left from Hopkins.
Hopkins is keeping himself close enough that Vanderpool can't use the jab.
As they say, Hopkins is fighting his fight.
Yep. Oh, they go down again for takedown. Knew he was coming.
There's been more takedowns in this fight than you'll see at a wrestling match.
That's the second one.
Final seconds of round 6. No doubt about it, Vanderpool's strong.
Second takedown of the fight. Nice chopping punch by Hopkins. If you're going to hold me, I'm going to hit you, but he lost balance and he went down. Look at Hopkins. There's the veteran. He's got him 1, 2. Couldn't get another one in before the takedown. Hopkins sprinting across the ring.
Round 7. Bernard Hopkins defending his middleweight championship for the 11th time. A couple of right hands from Vanderpool.
There's a good left hook to the ribs by Hopkins. He's been doing that for a while. After 6, I got it 58-56 to Hopkins. I gave Vanderpool the first 2 rounds because Hopkins basically was trying to figure him out. It's been all Hopkins since.
Vanderpool is a brawler. He's a brawler.
And I think Hopkins, he doesn't care if it goes 12 as long as he wins. I think Vanderpool realizes he can't win a decision, but what do I do to avoid that? And he's got to throw some hard punches, just he's not accurate. And look at Hopkins spinning him around. Vanderpool didn't move, he just went around him. And then they do it. I like it.
You know, these folks are booing, but I don't think they understand Bernard Hopkins and what he's doing. I mean, fight aficionados will tell you that Bernard Hopkins is just slowly picking this guy apart. Now, Vanderpool's powerful. He's powerful. He's wild. And if he happens to land one, then Hopkins is going to be on La La Land. But Bernard Hopkins, what is that, a low blow? It's claiming a low blow.
I didn't see that.
Hopkins right now he's faking.
Here's one from left field. The Pacers did lose to Philadelphia today in the NBA playoffs, so Hopkins is from Philadelphia. Maybe the fans are smarter than we think.
That's good. Very good point. Oh, good right hand from Hopkins. Good right. And Vanderpool getting wild. Grabbing Henderson.
Now it's a brawl. That's what the fans want to see, I guess. Oh,
he's picking him apart.
Third takedown.
Final seconds, round 7. Vanderpool looks more like a light heavyweight.
Yes, he does. Oh, just missed it.
Well, having words. Vanderpool's wasting time when he could be over in his corner.
Well, he knows he has the crowd behind him now. Maybe that's what he needed.
Get mad, man. Yeah. Get mad, man. Yeah. Just win the match. All right. He don't think he's going to try to come out for me. Let's go after his ass. Let's go after his ass. You understand me? You understand what I'm saying?
One shot. It's double shots inside. All right? One shot. We're not worried about one shot.
There you see Hopkins pounding again. Those were look like low blow taps.
They are.
That was.
He was hitting him on the side.
He was. Second takedown. That wasn't even a World Wrestling Federation move. That's more Greco-Roman, I think. Hopkins comes out with a flying right hand, so maybe they both don't like each other.
Almost had a fourth takedown. Hopkins is a crafty fighter.
And you know what? I'm surprised they haven't broken each other's heads open when they're flying together. As Hopkins starts pounding away, and Vanderpool comes up.
Vanderpool will probably come out with a wild flurry off the ropes.
Those guys slugging now. Vanderpool with those uppercuts.
Vanderpool slipping the right uppercut in there. Vanderpool is tough.
Slowly coming forward. It's an awkward way of... Oh, both guys got whacked.
They both walked into body shots.
Let's go. Let's go.
Glancing right hand from Hopkins. Oh, right uppercut from Hopkins.
Hopkins is some of his best work and he's tied up.
That's a sign of a clever fighter. It's going to make every punch count. I don't believe Hopkins has been in with a strong, rough house fighter like Vanderpool in many a year.
Remember, Vanderpool fights mainly at 168. He moved down for this one.
The only thing that Hopkins should fear here is the fact that he could wear down in the last few rounds from this constant wrestling and pushing and pressure from Vanderpool.
Which makes sense because Hopkins is 35 years old. Oh, nice uppercut.
Nice right. Slipped it right in there. I thought we were going to have it.
Me too.
Certainly two fighters with far different styles.
He's coming forward. Holding the ground and now trying to come after him.
Hopkins looked like he slipped a little short flight in there. Final seconds, round 8. That's it.
Hopkins has a nice right hand right underneath. What about those clashes of heads? Vandepul has a big knot over his right eye. There's Hopkins again on the inside, doing the veteran thing to win this fight so far.
Round 9. Scheduled for 12. World Middleweight Championship fight. Bernard Hopkins, pound for pound, one of the best in the world in the black trunks. Challenger from Canada, Ontario, Canada. Sid the Jewel Vandерпул, who is big, strong, tough, and awkward.
Got it covered.
The other thing is, too, that we sometimes fail to mention is the fact that Hopkins is great at slipping punches. You know, many times Vandерпул, his punches sound like they really hit home, but they're glancing.
Hopkins did a very nice 4-punch combination right in the center of the round ring, and Vandерпул didn't even fire back. And Hopkins kept moving while he was throwing, which is a good thing for a young fighter. He was spinning around. Look at that. Look, already he's behind him. Nice move by Hopkins. Set him up. Nice to jump on. Nice to jump on him. Little pirouette. Hopkins having a good time in there, but he's the one landing the effective punches.
Hopkins looking for that golden opportunity to counterpunch.
No action. This is coming forward by Hopkins and Vandерпул going backwards.
I think Vandерпул, after that wild swing that he took, slowed him down a bit. There's a wild uppercut. Hopkins almost had him.
Hopkins, if he stays on him after he hits him, he's in position and he can jump right on Vandерпул. Vandерpool's making a rookie mistake in a championship fight of, just dropping your hands and slowly walking away without paying attention.
Sometimes it's very, very difficult to fight awkward fighters like this.
Nice combinations again by Hopkins because Vandерpool's not firing back.
Lancing right.
Down, he's chopping away at Vandерpool. Not a foul because Vandерpool's bending down away from him, but he's not protecting himself.
Vandерпул trying to counter. But again, Hopkins is good at slipping punches. Final seconds, round 9. Hopkins appears to be having a good time.
Oh yeah, like I said, he doesn't mind if he has to go 12.
All right, so go punches. I'm not looking for 1 or 2 big shots, but I'm looking for a combination of punches in there. You need the rounds. You need to go strong here. Give these guys a chance to steal something from you.
Come here, son. Get them fucking around. Get your goddamn hands moving. Be quiet, Keith. Get your goddamn hands moving. You understand? I'm getting a little tired of this this now. I can't get in here and do it for you. Not that I would any goddamn way. But listen, let's get it done.
All right.
I mean, what's he got?
Nothing.
He ain't got nothing you haven't seen
Vanderpool's
before.
footwork has been in question. There he comes running in. Hopkins chopping with a right hand. Tries to land punches. Hopkins with a nice shot underneath. That wasn't even sounds like a false start. He just pirouetted and missed the punch. Footwork's not that good, Dick.
Round 10.
Nice 1-2 by Hopkins. Watch Hopkins start to spin. That's what he's been doing all night. There he goes.
Hopkins is slipping a lot of little short punches in.
They're doing damage.
And if you don't watch carefully, you can miss it. You're doing damage and you're scoring. How do you have this fight scored right now, Tony?
They got it 88, 85 for, I'm sorry, 83. 88, 83. I got Hopkins way out in front.
Right hand from Hopkins. That's a slip. Yeah, that's a slip. He just delivered a good body shot. There he goes. Combination. It's interesting to watch Hopkins, how he moves, and is always giving angles.
Yeah,
to Vanderpool.
Never letting the guy figure out Hopkins.
You see, when Vanderpool goes into that, whatever it is, crouch, I think he thinks Bernard's going to start punching it.
No. I mean, the gentlemen, come on.
Nice right to the jaw of Vanderpool.
And if we're starting to get a little sloppy in there.
Here comes Hopkins over in the corner. Scoring punches.
Nice right hand lead by Hopkins.
Took a counter from Vanderpool, but it wasn't a stinging punch.
The point you mentioned earlier, Vanderpool is missing a lot of shots badly. It's Hopkins' defense and the fact that he's getting Vanderpool out of position.
Yeah, he has slowly done that. He's come on slowly, and he's gotten Vanderpool to be even more wild.
Short punches by Hopkins.
He makes him count. The end of round 10.
Hopkins controlling the action. We've just been informed that might be a little bit of a delay starting the next fight because no one from Roy Jones Jr.'s corner was inside Richard Hall's locker room when he wrapped the gloves, and that's a long-standing tradition in boxing. Someone from each camp, the opposing camp, will watch to make sure you tape the gloves right.
Well, the commissioners were in there, but you would think they would know that no one was in there from Jones's camp.
And also, when the commission says, okay, you guys are starting to wrap the hands, hold on, let me get somebody from Jones's corner.
Well, they haven't had boxing here in some 15 years. Maybe that's something they've got to get used to.
Shades of Tyson Spinks when Spinks people didn't like the way that Tyson's gloves were wrapped and take down.
Well, folks, we've had no legal knockdowns, but we've had a number of takedowns. There's a difference.
Yep.
Round 11.
Not only is Vanderpool losing the fight, he's having a bad hair day now. Braids are all in his face now.
Hopkins just slammed the right to the midsection. And he's got Vanderpool in the corner. Let's see what he does with it. Vanderpool's going to pull his way out.
Hopkins' corner told him close the show. That means knockout.
You notice Billy Page, while he was breaking him up from the other side, Hopkins was hitting 2-3 little shots on the opposite side.
Philadelphia fighter.
I wonder if these judges can see these little sly scoring punches.
Look at that. Vanderpool backs away instead of staying on him. It's almost his resolve is I want to go to distance with the middleweight champ.
Again. He's being warned about putting.
When tape comes off the gloves, they'll stop the fight and do something. What do you do when the hair comes apart? I don't know if that's in any rule book.
Yeah, he's having a bad hair, isn't he?
Still in his eyes. The referee would just have to cut him off, I guess. And again, it could be dangerous for Hopkins.
Final seconds, round 11. Round 12, the final round.
Takedown number what?
5. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5.
Bernard Hopkins appears to be on his way to defending his middleweight championship crown for the 11th time.
I got it 118, 111.
Hopkins gets Vanderpool over here in the corner. Slips in a couple of body shots. Now, Vanderpool, this is the last round for Vanderpool, so I would think that Vanderpool has got to just go for broke.
I think Vanderpool, if he has to, because I know tomorrow he's going to be sore up and down his body.
Well, actually, he's going for broke the whole fight. There's a nice little chopping right hand from Hopkins. He is so sly with those punches.
The funny thing on my scorecard, the only 2 rounds that Vanderpool won is when Hopkins just sat back and just tried to figure him out.
Trying to figure out that awkward southpaw lunging style. There's another short little left.
And the rope saved the takedown there.
And to Hopkins' credit, he's been able to withstand the lunging and the grabbing from a stronger fighter, physically stronger fighter. Boy, Hopkins caught him with a right, backing up.
When you look at the legs of Hopkins, they don't look like a middleweight's leg, maybe a welterweight's leg. But he gets a good snap on his punches, all through his body. The leverage is there.
There he is getting those little shots in. Billy Page has been slow on the brakes, and Hopkins has taken advantage of it.
Look at that knot over the right eye of, it's like an egg, half an egg on the forehead of Vanderpool. Surprised that the heads on it cut open the way they've been banging each other, rushing in there.
35 seconds remaining in this title fight. Right hand from Hopkins. Numerous shots to the midsection. Machine gun style.
I wonder where does Hopkins go from here if it's not Jones?
Good question.
Doesn't put on a lot of weight between fights. He's always around 160.
There's Hopkins in a finish.
Nice flurry. That's the referee. The referee heard the clapping. He thought the round was over because he heard the 10-second warning, which has been going on all night. And that's it.
Yeah. Referee Billy Page got confused on that. And so it ends. What appears to be a unanimous decision for Bernard Hopkins, and there's a man who's a tough, strong Canadian fighter, but extremely awkward. Bernard Hopkins, the 11th title defense. Pound for pound, one of the best.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Fred Jones scores well, 118 to 110. George Hill has it, 118 to 109. And Larry Davis scores it, 116 to 112. All for the winner by unanimous decision. And still, the reigning and defending middleweight champion of the world, Bernard the Executioner Hopkins.